This is CFA level 1. Today we are going to discuss the study session 1. This is related to ethical and professional standards. We will discuss CFA Institute Professional Conduct Program and the process for the enforcement of it. 6 components of the Code of Ethics. We'll see what are the ethical requirements being a candidate or a member. In the last portion of our discussion, we'll discuss GIPS, that is Global Investment Professional Standards. We'll see how it is constructed and purpose, explain the requirement for verification of compliance with the GF standards. We'll start our discussion with CFA Institute Code of Ethics, Professional Conduct. It is all governed by CFA Institute itself. These are based on the principle of fairness. When we say fairness, means that we are unbiased and we are rational, we are prudent, and we take care of everyone's point of view, and we have no biasness to anything. In terms of fairness, if you are black, you are supporting black. If you are a white, you are supporting white. This will be unfairness. We should treat everyone same, equal, and so they can feel they can get a sense of fairness. So these principles are based on the principle of fairness and maintaining the confidentiality of the proceedings. Who is overall responsible is CFA Disciplinary Committee is responsible, or CFA Institute Board of Governors has overall responsibility for the professional conduct and enforcement of code and standards. If you are a CFA candidate, or if you are a CFA member and some complaints comes against you, this is the role of CFA Institute to investigate the issue and conclude it in a way that gives an impression to the world that these standards are really effective and CFA members are regulated. So how inquiries are dealt with CFA? CFA will appointed CFA Institute designated officer through the professional conduct is going to deal with these inquiries. How these inquiries can come into, suppose like a police case, I did some murder and I am unable to sleep because I feel I did something bad, and one day I surrender myself to the police station. This is self-disclosure. Same way, if I did something bad in terms of my profession as CFA, I'm going to be restless, and one day I will disclose myself to the authorities. This is self-disclosure by member or candidate on their annual professional conduct. Written complaints can come from here and there from other sources, just in order to bring notice of the CFA Institute. We get an evidence of misconduct from other sources, and if you are giving CFA exams or you are trying to cheat, so the proctor will give a possible violation during the examination purposes. How CFA Institute dealt with this is very logical. Like when we get an inquiry, both parties, the claimant and the defendant, both has to be given equal opportunity. So what CFA Institute will do is they will take a written explanation and answer from the candidate or a member on the complaint raised, and that will be the professional conduct staff may request in writing an explanation of the subject matter. They can do anything, like they can interview the complainant or the third party. They can collect the documents related stuff in order to make sure that they have a required sufficient audit evidence about this complaint. What could be the possible decision if this complaint is just a complaint, there is no fact into, and I have no guilty, so they will make me free and there will be no action taken. But if I did some bad things and it is quite comprehensible from the evidences, then it depends upon the sensitivity of the evidence that I did more offense or less offense, what is the material facts. So in that case, they can decide based on the sensitivity that I can issue a cautionary letter, or we can discipline the member, we can reprimand, we can do something to make it on track. This all depends upon the sensitivity level of the candidates. Like a normal case proceedings in court, same way in a CFA institute, if you are not satisfied with the quality of the decision, you can move forward and can request for a further appeal. So how you will move forward, you may accept or reject the decision. In case if you reject the sanction, it will be referred to a CFA institute panelist. There will be more than one people inside. They will listen your point of view and they will give their own decisions. What can be the possible sanction imposed? Maybe by condemnation. We can condemn in the peers. That will be a little insulting for a member, and he or she will not be doing this in the future, most likely. We can suspend the candidates. Continued participation in CFA program, that will keep him barred from doing this program. And this is really important to mention here, that CFA institute does not put fines, so there is no fine of anything. Moving forward, the chapter today is more about the sixth component of code of ethics, which is if you are a human being and you are brought up in a family, you get these ethics from the home. When we were small, our parents, they told us not to speak lies, don't give confidential information of the home outside, be rational, be prudent, be fair, don't deceive anyone, don't cheat anyone, don't put a price tag on your integrity, be honest, be fair. These are the things that we are brought up with, these ethics. So these ethics, the same almost CFA Institute require from a human being, from a member or a candidate, that we should act with integrity, competence. Competence means you should have required knowledge and skills and abilities, diligence, hardworkingness, respect, and in ethical manner. You should take care and place the integrity of investment profession at the top. You use reasonable care and exercise independent professional judgments for taking decisions. You practice and encourage others to do in a professional and ethical manner, promote the integrity of the capital market, and maintain and improve the professional competence, and strive to maintain the standards of investment performances. Moving forward, we have standard of professional conducts. These are very important, and whole discussion is going to be based on them. We have professionalism, we have integrity of capital market, duties of clients, duties towards employers, investment analysis, recommendation and actions, conflict of interest, how to avoid them. In case you are brother, sister, you are blood relation, you are investor, investee, responsibilities as a CFA Institute member or a candidates in terms of these are some standards. And before I start, from examination point of view, I will tell you, don't try to memorize these standards, because there is no question about the repetition of these words. You should try to learn the concept and apply on the circumstances, scenarios, and cases that will be given in the question. Most of them are common sense that we have to use, and it will become more easier for us. The first standard is professionalism. Member and candidates should understand and comply with all application law, rules and regulations. I cannot say that I don't know the law, so I will not follow. I am not guilty. It's my job. It's my responsibility to take myself as knowing all these knowledge. If I'm going on the road and I miss overspeed and I'm going to do overspeeding and I get a radar and fine, so it's a violation, and I cannot say I don't know what is the speed limit. This is my job. Same way as institute, CFA institute candidates and members, we are responsible to comply with all the law. We should have a knowledge of law and we should apply. And in case of conflict between a regional and global, we have to be strict to more closer law, that's a local law, and top of this we have to keep the global laws. We must not knowingly participate or insist in and must disassociate for any kind of law violation of the law. We have to be responsible members. In terms of knowledge of law, we should adhere, and what are the participation or association with violation with others. This we should associate, disassociate, separate, leave the company, entity or the people who are involved into, and in the extreme cases we can, if we are doing a job, we can think to leave the employer. If I join a new company, of course I am not aware about the procedures and the internal matters, so what I should do is I should book myself into, I should go to my supervisor for any doubt clearing. I have an observation, if he don't solve, I should go to his supervisor, and the last level of hierarchy, then I have to consult to a legal counselor, and the extreme cases I can think about leaving the employer. This is what he said, that how to deal with such situation. First, a member may confirm he must approach his supervisor thinking of leaving in extreme cases. We have some examples. I will do it for you. These are scenarios that are going to build up your concept of solving the real-time questions. Michael worked for a brokerage company and is responsible for an underwriting of the security. A company official gave Alan information indicating financial statement. Alan filed with the regulator to overstate the issuer earnings. He seeks the advice of the brokerage general counsel, who state that it will be difficult for the authorities to prove it. In that particular scenario, overstating, understating is a very unethical act, which is not being accepted at all. So he's in a violation. He should not overstate and understate, no matter this will be caught or it will not be caught. Same like an employee of an investment bank is working on an underwriting and find out the issue has altered their financial statement to hide operating loss in one division, and the misstated data is included in the preliminary prospectus that has been already released. This will be very bad. This will be misleading for those who will see them because it's a misstatement. This is a violation. This should not be done. Laura is a U.S. citizen, worked for an investment advisor based in U.S. and works in a country where investment managers are prohibited from participating in IPOs for their own accounts. So if the country prohibits you not to participate in your own IPOs, you should not do this. You are in violation. But some countries allows, and according to the policies you have to move and take the decision in general. And we reach to professionalism. Professionalism in terms of independence and objectivity. When we say independence, there are two words: independence in actual and independence in appearance. These are two legal terms. The other way is objectivity. What is objectivity? There are two words. One is subjectivity and one is objectivity. When we say that tomorrow it will be a rain, and I will ask from you that how you said tomorrow will be a rain, you say it's my heart feelings. When it's a heart feeling, this is subjectivity. As CFAs, we have no room for the heart feelings. This is only in university life. It's not more practically possible in the day-to-day life. So it's subjectivity is not our cup of cake. We work on